Guys, and welcome back in. Today we're spawning in on Disturbed Warden. It looks like the killer played an offering for this map. Now I want to let you guys know that I am in a 3-man pre-made this game. That being said, I'm going to find a generator to work on. I think I saw a totem down there and I've got a totem here. I'm going to break these early because a lot of killers are... We're going to be versing a pyramid head. And I'm going to have left a lot of scratch marks where he can easily follow and sidestep and chase me there. Looks like he missed the scratch marks and he's just going to be rotating off of that. Alright, we're going to break this totem and then we're going to apply pressure to one of these generators. I have already wasted about 20 seconds. It's not too long, don't get me wrong. I kind of want to do this gen because I feel that gen right there is closer to the shack and it has a stronger loop behind it. So I'll do this. Realistically, doing a gen in the middle of the map is important. That being said, what do we know about this killer? Well, he didn't have corrupt intervention, I don't believe, because he came through the map all the way over here straight away. Now, that being said, let's find out if he has ruin. Now, he doesn't have ruin. If the killer doesn't have corrupt intervention and the killer doesn't have ruin, we're most likely looking at pop. Pop based on the fact that, well, he won't get value out of Surge if he's using his ability to hit people and putting them in the cage. Therefore, we're going to be looking at Pyramid Head, who isn't using his cage too often, I believe. We're going to be looking at a guy who saves his cage for the Mori at the end of the trial. Now, the good news is I didn't start working on this generator at the start of the game. I moved right past it. The killer came to check on the gen, saw nobody was on it. Therefore, I don't have the killer's attention. That being said, I'm reunited with the Dwight, who is also going to have Prove Thyself. A generator has already been done on the opposite end of the board. Therefore, this is going to hurt Pyramid Head, losing 2 generators this early into the trial. One of my allies has been hit. Now, if you look at my build, you're going to be noticed I'm going to be running a perk that is going to allow me to reset pallets. This perk is called Any Means Necessary. This is going to allow me to essentially drop a pallet and reutilize it. It's also going to allow me, if the killer goes for a mind game and runs around the pallet, to be able to reset the pallet. Much like this. So we're going to drop the pallet, we can hold the E key, and we can then reset the pallet. It does take a long period of time, as you can see, and it does have a cooldown. Now the pallet can be reutilized. It cannot rebuild an already broken pallet, but it can reset an already used pallet. Now it looks like the killer has got regression on this generator. I can't tell if he's coming towards me. Yeah, I'm going to leave nice and early. There's nothing worse than playing killer and people start running before they're already in chase with you. It can be very hard to keep up with. I'm waiting to see large red sparks. I didn't see any large red sparks. We're going to run all the way around. We can hear him on the other side. I'm not going to leave scratches up because he can drop down. Let's see how he responds to my movement. If he's very clever, he'll drop down above me right now. Looks like I was successful just then. I'm not sure where he is. I can hear the heartbeats pretty loud. I think he's inside still. There he is. He's a little confused. Dwight's coming in for the save. Now, how does he respond? Does he go through the building for a shorter path, or does he go around through the outside? Alright, let's keep working on this generator. Now, that will passively come down off a 60-second cooldown by itself. A really clever thing to do, if you're not going to find yourself using that perk, is use that as a time measurement for when a killer can use Pop Goes a Weasel. It is also 60 seconds right now too, but you would have to use the perk in order to be able to know when Pop will be off cooldown, vice versa. Now, this being said, he has already regressed the gen, and he didn't hit it with Pop Goes a Weasel. Therefore, he doesn't have Ruin, he doesn't have Corrupt Intervention, he doesn't have Pop. What does this Pyramid Head? It might be a Pyramid Head looking for... I want to say a depth pyramid head, but he did regress this generator and it didn't glow yellow, therefore he's not going for a depth pyramid head. So I don't actually know what perks this guy has based on the information he's provided. He hasn't shown too much. Right, this generator is going to be completed as well. It's in a nice open area, kind of close to the middle of the map, near one of the stronger loops. I've seen the killer once this game and I've stayed away from him. Therefore, I'm going to be a real pain for him to decide to chase. Now, he might be running barbecue and chili for information. Quickly doing a 1-over for more generators. I can see we've got a Dwight to my left. I'm going to come and work on this gen. Looks like it is almost completed, therefore I'm not going to really waste my time. I'll let Dwight do it, and I'll break this totem too. I will be able to go across the board and go for a hook save on that guy if it is required, depending on what is going to currently happen. Looks like Pyramid Head decided to cage. Shish could be in the corner. Alright, Dwight's going to be going in for some 500 points, going for the quick save. Keeping in mind, if you do save somebody from a cage against a Pyramid Head, you will not have access to borrowed time when you do save them. So be careful you don't farm them. They will not also have DS2. It is a complete counter to these perks, caging somebody. Alright, what do we know? Do we have a gen down here to do? We do not. We're going to keep following this around, and now we're at the shack. This is back to where we pretty much spawned. We can see Pyramid Head. It looks like he's going to respond by chasing me. That's good. I'm going to make it look like I'm playing this jungle gym, and I'm going to just sidestep and go all the way over here. And I'm going to play the window. I don't actually know where he went. I'm going to go right around this window. It looks like he let go of chase. rather than playing through the fast vault. I saw that Crow despawn. I see another teammate coming through as well. They might have access to Adrenaline. Not 100% sure. We can see Pyramid Head in this middle of the map. Unfortunately, he couldn't move around the board quick enough and couldn't get the pressure where he needed to. Looks like Dwight's going to be running Adrenaline as well as the lady to my right-hand side. Therefore, I know Dwight is currently exhausted. He's currently in chase of somebody because he used his ability. Therefore, we can tell that there's one person who is injured and currently MIA. Therefore, they are the current player in chase of Pyramid Head. So I'm going to look to see if I can come in and save. I can tell by these trees at the top over here that I have the other exit gate over here. I'm going to prep the door, then we're going to go in for a borrowed time save, keeping in mind that the killer can cage this player, but if he cages him, he will be sending him to the opposite corner of the map, which will hurt the killer indefinitely, so he might be better off just hooking him on a nearby hook, especially if he gets in near the shack, and the shack does have access to the basement. Now, unfortunately, I never got to show you guys how to use this perk. It is a really great perk, I'm not going to lie, but it's... A lot of killers will go for Bloodlust nowadays, so you can actually make it work really well. I'm going to leave the door 99. But you did get an understanding of how any means necessary does work. I'm going to walk for a little bit. I think he might be running towards my teammate, coming towards the door. I'm going to open the door nice and early. Be behind my teammate. And it looks like Pyramid Head's going to have a really rough game committing to that chase. It looks like he has range add-ons as well. Just confirming on that. Tried to get in the way for the hit. Unfortunately, I was unsuccessful. Anyways, guys, that's going to be an educational rank 1 game against Pyramid Head. Hopefully showcasing what generators you should work on the Asylum. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for more educational, informative DVD killer and survival content much like this. There might be a little bit more looping in the next video. I know there wasn't too much this game. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the fog in the next trial.